up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Grand Junction, Colorado. So the website Stacker has compiled a list of the top 50 metropolitan areas that people are moving from to get here to Grand Junction, and cities from Florida and Texas are dotted all over that list. We'll talk about the reasons why right after this, so stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? I'm Robert Hayes, and along with my wife Christy and the rest of the team, we are the Hayes Home Group right here in gorgeous Grand Junction, Colorado. Hey, if you guys are looking to move out this way, or if you have any questions about Grand Junction, then we can't help you unless you reach out. That information popping up below. Give us a phone call, shoot us a text, send us that email. We will always have your back with any of those questions that you might have, and we'll certainly have your back when you're ready to make that move here to gorgeous Grand Junction. So I just met Peggy and her sister. They're out for a walk here in the Kindred Reserve here in the Redlands. Gorgeous, gorgeous backdrop there. You got the monument in the background. You got the driving range for the Colorado golf course right here. The gorgeous book cliffs off there in the background. Just an absolutely stunning day. April 3rd, it's going to be almost 70 degrees today. But we've helped a ton of clients from Florida and Texas. And it was kind of no coincidence that Stacker.com compiled a list. And on that list of the top 50 destinations that people are moving from to get here to Grand Junction. Again, it's just lined with cities from Texas and Florida. And clients that we've helped, they've told us some of the reasons why they left those two states. But the number one reason, I think, based on those conversations, is just the dang population, guys. Grand Junction sits at 68,000 people. The valley as a whole, you got 68,000 in Grand Junction, 11,000 in Fruita, which is 10 minutes away. Another 10 minutes to the east is Palisade, only about 3,000 people there in Palisade. So what's that? You got about 100 grand total, something like that. Texas has got, what, 33 million people in Texas, something along those lines. You got about 22 million in the state of Florida. Colorado's got under 6 million people. So I think from that vantage point, the clients that we spoke to, look, I know it's fun. I grew up in Southern California, just a ton of things to do, but there's a ton of people that come with that ton of things to do. And, of course, if you're from Florida, you can get to the beach, go to Miami, do all those sorts of things. But, over the years, clients have told us it just has not become enjoyable anymore with all the crowds and all the influx of folks going to those two states. So they wanted that slower pace, that slower kind of, lifestyle. And then, of course, the natural beauty and the landscapes here in Grand Junction. They're just after something that maybe resembled what they were used to back in the day in those states that they lived in before. Funny story, actually, while I see Peggy and her sister and the two pugs beat me along the pathway here, this will extend all around. There's a couple of little trails you can take here at the Kindred Reserve. They got kind of a shorter, medium, and then a long range trail. And that'll take you all the way around, loop you back to the parking lot there by the driving range, next to the driving range. Again, funny story, our son Josh, about 8 years ago, he was about 12 years old, he was a real Disney fan, and so we decided for his birthday we were going to go ahead and take him to Disneyland. Now Christie, as you guys might know, basically grew up here in Grand Junction since the early 70s, but there was a few years stint where she actually was going to school, elementary school in Hanksville, Utah, population of, I don't know, 54 people.
There's nobody here!
So she really doesn't have a lot of experience with a lot of crowds and big populations. So we flew directly into John Wayne Airport there in Orange County and took the shuttle to the Disneyland Resort. And we were on, and I knew this, growing up in Southern California. Moved out here 20 years ago, but even when I moved out here, it was still ridiculously busy and crazy. We were on the 405 freeway at 3:30 in the afternoon in a dead stop. And Christy said, "What's going on? Why are we stopped? There must be an accident. There has to be something going on." And I looked at her and I said, "Nope, there's nothing going on. It is just gridlock," they call it here in Southern California. And she couldn't wrap her brain around why we were just dead stopped on a freeway with no traffic signals. So she couldn't wait. We had a great time, but she could not wait to get back here to Grand Junction. Okay, let's talk about the number 2 reason why those folks from Florida and Texas are making their way out here to Grand Junction, and it all comes down to just the cost of living, guys. That's a big deal. Now, I'm not talking about specifically home prices. I mean, if you go to Houston, Texas, you could probably get twice the house for half the price, but you know, again, it's Houston, Texas. Here in Grand Junction, we have the 3rd lowest property taxes still in the entire country. So yeah, I think there might be a little bit of incentive for a lot of folks. Hey, no state income tax in Florida and Texas. Let's go there. We're going to save a bunch of money. Then they get their property tax bill. So that really doesn't match up. We've had clients from Texas move here to Grand Junction that were paying in Texas $24,000 in property taxes. They came out here to Grand Junction and they basically took a zero off of that, and now they're paying $2,400 a year for property taxes. So that definitely makes up whatever they might have been saving in no state income tax. I looked up some home insurance data, and Grand Junction's average annual home insurance is about $1,200 a year. I think it's something like $4,200 is the numbers that I looked at for Florida, if you can even get home insurance. We've got some friends, still agent friends in Florida, and they're like, "Robert, it's getting really bad." There's companies that are pulling out of Florida like crazy. It might even be more than $4,200 a year. I think Texas isn't doing all that great for home insurance as well. The numbers that I looked at, about $3,000 roughly on an annual basis for homeowners insurance. So, you know, all that considered, the cost of living, you come out here to Grand Junction, yeah, we have state income tax, but that 3rd lowest property taxes, and then of course the lower home insurance, all those things combined, I think you save a bundle. So that's another reason why I think people are heading out of those 2 states here to Grand Junction. Also, when it comes to the cost of living, if you're close to retirement or you're in your retirement years, Colorado does something pretty cool for retirees. If you're 55 to 64, they will let you exclude up to $20,000 of fixed pension and annuity income from your income taxes. So that's not a bad deal. If you're already 65 or over, they'll let you exclude $24,000 of fixed pension or annuity income. So again, all those things combined, yeah, you know, housing here certainly is very stable. And again, you're probably looking at a median home price of about $385, something along those lines. But the property taxes, the incentives for retirees, the home insurance, all those things combined are a pretty big deal. The number 3 reason why folks are moving from Texas and Florida, I mean, let's just talk about it, guys. It's dang humid in those 2 states. So that's really one of the first couple of things that people notice when they come out here, is the fact that, you know, today is going to be, like I said, almost 70 degrees, April 3rd. And we're probably going to have humidity of, I don't know, under 15% is my guess. I think our average annual humidity is about 30%. So yeah, you know, you might be 80 degrees in Florida with 93% humidity, same with Texas, and those folks are just kind of done with the humidity in those 2 states. So we have 4 seasons here too, guys. We definitely have a night. We're spring right now. Trees are turning green, the pretty flowers, the tulips, all that's blooming, the peach blossoms out there in Palisade. Look at this view, guys, of the valley below. Just absolutely stunning. We have, you know, pretty mild winters. We've got 15 inches on average of snow versus Denver that's got 6 feet of snow. So it's really a nothing burger in the winter. Yeah, it gets cold, but that's what it does in Colorado. It does get cold in the winter. But we've seen highs of 55, 60 degrees in the winter. You know, summers are going to be mid-90s for the most part. Again, low humidity, that's a big deal. We will have a couple of weeks stretch where it might hit that exact 100 degrees. But again, low humidity. very, very big deal when it comes to that. And then fall's just absolutely gorgeous. You've got the oranges, the reds, the yellows. You go up to the high country, you can go 45 minutes away to the Grand Mesa. Go to Powderhorn, you take the chairlift up to the top of the Grand Mesa, and it's just an unbelievable sight there in the fall time. And then, you know, you're back into winter, just not a big deal. So from a weather standpoint, people really want those 4 seasons. You will get that here in Grand Junction. And you can also put air quality in there too. We'll put it in the weather category, although it's not really weather related. But the American Lung Association always ranks Grand Junction on the upper level of just good air quality all around as far as 24-hour air particle pollution. Gorgeous, gorgeous blue sky day. You can actually, you know, see the mountains there on the other end of the valley. And you got the gorgeous monument right there. Now in the wintertime, sometimes it depends on what the temperature is. If it gets to be, this has only happened once since I've been here in 20 years, is you'll get maybe a little inversion layer if you're going to be below freezing for, you know, let's say a week or 2 weeks straight, which again hasn't happened since about 2008. You'll see maybe a little inversion layer, they call it. But again, overall, we definitely rank really well in air quality here in Grand Junction. Okay, the number 4 reason why people are moving from Florida and Texas here to Grand Junction in real estate, as they say, location, 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 right? We are only 4 hours east to Denver. We're 4 hours west to Salt Lake City. We are the largest city west of the Rockies, right here in Grand Junction. 2 hours to Telluride, 2 hours to Breckenridge, 2 hours to Aspen, 2 hours down south to Telluride, an hour to Moab. So the location here in Grand Junction really lends itself to having access to those 2 major cities not that far away. We also have the 5th safest city, metropolitan city in the country, as told by bestplaces.com. As far as natural disasters, we just don't have any here, guys. I remember growing up in Southern California, man, I went through a couple of doozy earthquakes. I'm talking major earthquakes, 7.1s, 6.8s. I do not miss that at all, guys. And it definitely, as you experience a couple of those, it kind of gets into your psyche a little bit because you don't know when they're coming. So you're in the middle of the night, you kind of wake up, oh my gosh, is there going to be one today? Just don't have to worry about that out here in Grand Junction. So from location standpoint, no natural disasters, close to Denver, close to Salt Lake. You definitely have a lot to look forward to. Grand Junction Regional Airport just voted the #1 airport in Colorado. Christie and I just booked a trip to Vegas. We like to do that. Straight shot from Grand Junction to Vegas, Allegiant Airlines. We paid $57 a ticket one way. And so you can get anywhere in the country from the Grand Junction Regional Airport. My advice to you guys, doesn't matter what time of year it is, I'd go to Phoenix first if you're traveling to another city or destination that you can't get to from the Grand Junction Regional Airport. But you can go direct to Denver. You can go to Los Angeles. You can go to Dallas. You can go to Phoenix. I'm probably missing a couple, but there's a lot of direct destinations that you can get to direct right here from the Grand Junction Regional Airport. So those are the top 4 reasons why people are moving from Florida and Texas here to gorgeous Grand Junction, Colorado. Look at that gorgeous backdrop there, guys. You just can't beat it. So if you're a Floridian, you're a Texas, you've had enough with the humidity, the cost of living, all the other things that we talked about, then we can't help you. There's no other way we can help you unless you reach out. That information popping back up below. Give us a phone call, shoot us a text, send us that email, and yep, you know what I'm going to say. Even send the carrier pigeon. We will always have your back when you're ready to make that move here to gorgeous Grand Junction. Until the next video, we'll catch you later.